Hi everybody, I'm here with one of my heroes. I actually scheduled a longer layover here so I can meet Chloe Noble, and this summer she did something that I didn't do. I mean, they walked, what, 6,000 miles?
No, it was a 6,000-mile journey, but we walked almost half of it.
So they walked 3,000 miles, but where, you know, I stayed in hotels and people's places, they actually stayed out on the streets with the kids.
Yeah.
So they're the only ones that I know that were, you know, making a stand for gay, lesbian, and transgendered youth. And if you do not know this, you should. That 40% of homeless youth identify with that lifestyle. And, you know, that's why I love Chloe, because she's the only one that I know of that's really out there speaking up about it. So tell us what you saw as you were out there speaking with the kids.
Oh my goodness. There's so much that happened to us. It was about 8 months of a journey, and we went from Seattle down to San Francisco, and then over to Washington, down to New Orleans, and back up again. So we got to see homeless youth coast to coast. We got to see. So we lived with them and documented them, and we want to make a documentary that shows everything. I don't know, Mark. There's so much. I think I'm trying to think of the most important things. I think some of the most important things that we learned is one, there's children as young as 12 years old alone, not with the homeless families, but children as young as 12 years old out on the streets of America, and I mean that happens quite often. And gosh, Mark, I don't know. You're gonna edit this, right?
Really, I beat you to it. You're gonna no. This is not edited. I don't edit. You're raw and uncensored and real. Homeless youth.
Yeah.
What about San Francisco, Chloe? Remember San Francisco? What about how that affected you in San Francisco?
San Francisco was really hard for us. We were actually really excited to be there because of it's you know, basically the LGBT mecca, and there's a lot of LGBT people there. But we've actually named it one of the top 10 worst places for homeless youth. There was so many children infected with MRSA. Some of them could barely walk. They're covered in lesions that were bleeding through their clothes.
Now, what's MRSA?
MRSA is everywhere, like in hospitals and stuff like that. But people with healthy immune systems, it doesn't really affect people. But when you are not eating and not sleeping, and they would get bug bites because of sleeping in the dirt and all the bugs, and the dirt is contaminated with MRSA, so that would get into the bug bites, and then it spreads through your body into your internal organs, and then they give it to each other, and
it can't be treated with antibiotics.
Yeah. Yep. And it was frustrating to me because we were like, okay, so we're in San Francisco, and 40% of these youth are LGBT, so we're going to get a lot of support, and it didn't happen. We actually got tremendous opposition from our own community. They didn't want anything to do with them. So.
You know, I'm faith-based, and I could identify with you not getting a whole lot of support, because there are some churches that do help me, but the most, I think I'm a nuisance, or just don't want to really deal with the homeless issue. And that's them. We're going to continue doing what we're doing to put a dent on homelessness. So what's on the forefront? What are you doing next? And how can people support you? Because I support them.
Yay.
I mean, many of you know that I'm borderline poverty myself, but besides Charity Water, this is where I donate my money.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mark.
But go ahead. How do people support you?
Well, we're putting up a new website that will be OperationShineAmerica.org, and you can go see our stuff right now at PrideWalk2009.org. But this next year, we had the walk last year, and then this year we want to involve the entire United States in what we're doing. We're going to launch in May 2010 a brand new campaign for homeless youth, and we're going to involve every single state doing these really beautiful things, which are secret right now because we're planning it, but it's going to be really neat. It's going to be kind of a way that everyone in the United States can can support and celebrate homeless youth in America like all at once.
And you know, many of you that follow me on Twitter have heard me say this a million times. I don't care who you worship, what you believe, or who you're sleeping with. As long as you're helping hurting people, you're my friend. And this is a great friend right here. So
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks.